some big gains. Big gains seen EIH associated, Indian Hotels, Kamath Hotels, Hotel Leela, as well as East India Hotels, the main company. All of them have surged anywhere between 5 to 6% in the last 15 odd minutes. Remember, this pack was buzzing around for a while. But one sector which is on our radar right now is all the companies which use crude or crude derivatives as their raw material. So Anil Jain, the MD of Time Technoplast, a company that is into manufacture of polymer products, joins in to give us a detailed or lowdown on how crude prices, benign crude prices, will benefit them. Coming to your margins, Mr. Jain, first up, in the first half, while we did see a correction of close to 45% in the crude prices, your margins did not improve by much, just a 10 basis points improvement in your EBITDA margins. Any particular reason for that?
I think we have to clearly tell you that there is no direct correlation between the crude prices and the polymer prices. In fact, they move many times in opposite directions. So the polymer prices admittedly have come down by about 15%, but that's the general grades. But the special grade that we use for our special product, the decline had not been as prominent. Besides, you would understand that most of our products are from B2B, that's industrial products, where we work on a formula. Thereby, when the prices go up, we pass it on to the customers. And if the raw material prices come down, then we do the same. So therefore, we can improve our margins on the products, the consumer products, but on industrial products, the decrease is passed on to the customer with a lag.
Okay. How is business doing, sir? If I look at your first half consolidated sales, your top line was up 5%. How are sales doing?
Well, the sales is doing very well. In fact, if you look at our numbers, normally in H1 we do something like 45% of our total turnover. That's historically so, because most of our sales takes place in Q3 and Q4, okay, more particularly in Q4. So we are well on our way to meet our targets.
What is your target?
Well, we are looking at about 12 to 15% growth from the last year. If you look at the volume growth, though the value growth may be by 5% or so, the volume growth is about 8%, out of which 5% is in India, but our overseas operations have shown a growth of about 15%. And considering the fact that 1/3 of our turnover comes from our overseas projects, I think we are reasonably well secured for the projected growth.
All right. Could you also give us a sense of what your debt position is, considering that we did see some benefits coming into your bottom line on account of lower finance costs?
Well, of course, we had made a target in the beginning of the year that we will actually reduce debt. So we have, the debts have been reduced, not so significantly though, but also we have found some other ways to reduce our interest costs, like commercial paper, etc. So we see that happening in coming years as well. Also, because part of our borrowings is overseas, for our overseas operations, where we are seeing a decline in interest rates and better availability of funds. So put this together, we see a small decline in our interest cost.
Okay. All right. Fair enough, sir. We leave it on that note. Thanks very much for joining in and talking to us. Well, some update which might in fact affect some Sanjeev Goenka stocks. Maybe, we don't know whether there are any listed companies involved or not as of now, but Sanjeev Goenka Group wins the bid to form the Pune IPL team. So maybe a couple of stocks should be on your radar, and we'll try and get